Here we go. That's what it's all about. It's all about that Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley has quite the task at hand, but so does Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has had a lot of doubt leading into this championship match. The bell is rung. This match is underway. What a way to kick off WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley, you can see the confidence in her eyes, but you can see that look of worry in Becky Lynch. But when the people doubt Becky Lynch, when Becky Lynch feels like the odds are stacked against her, this is where Becky Lynch thrives. This is where she does well. And you can see on her gear lines from her book that mean the most to her. Becky Lynch filled with passion. She worked really hard to get to this point in her career in the WWE. And now she's here 7 title reigns later, looking to take on and take down one of the greatest women's champions of all time in Rhea Ripley at only the age of 26. Rhea Ripley has really proven herself to be the most dominant women's wrestler on the roster, if not the most dominant WWE superstar. Oh, driving the hand of Rhea Ripley right into the ring post. Becky Lynch heads up to the top. Missile drop kick takes down Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley now rolls to the outside of the ring. And we saw Rhea Ripley has been favoring that wrist over the past few weeks. We saw the cast on her wrist not so long ago. Becky not where she wants to be, over the shoulders of... Oh, but gets caught. Nope. And now kicked right to that wrist. And a forearm takes down Rhea Ripley on the outside of the ring. And now Becky Lynch sends Rhea Ripley back into the ring. And Becky went after Ripley. Rhea Ripley went for some blows, but Becky ducked, went for a clubbing blow. Ripley picks up Becky and plants her face first into the mat. And Northern Light suplex into a bridge cover 2. Only enough for a 2. Becky Lynch able to kick out. This match means a lot to both of these women. And it's even bigger when you think about it. This match is kicking off what could go down in history as the biggest WrestleMania of all time. The 40th annual spectacle that is the Showcase of Immortals, the show of shows, WrestleMania. It is the equivalent of the Super Bowl in sports entertainment. What a right to the midsection of Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley has been in control for quite a bit. Rhea Ripley has that size difference. She's just stronger than Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has to work harder than she's ever worked. She's got to pull out all the stops if she wants to win. She's going to have to fight harder and push through everything that Rhea Ripley's throwing at her. And now roll through, cover 1. Oh, but now Ripley picks up Becky. Look at the raw power. Boom, what a great vertical suplex from Rhea Ripley. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. Rhea Ripley, you can see the look in her eyes. A little bit of frustration, but not too much. Rhea Ripley trying to stay as calm as she can. Have a smile on her face. Don't want to let the moment get spoiled. Rhea Ripley looking to have her first successful title defense of at WrestleMania during the same reign as champion. She won it at last year's WrestleMania, looking to retain it at this year's WrestleMania. Last year, she defeated one out of the 4 horsewomen in Charlotte Flair, looking to defeat the second of the 4 horsewomen in Becky Lynch. The other one of the 4 horsewomen is Bayley, who has her hands full as she won this year's Women's Royal Rumble, and it has her hands full in the form of an old teammate, an old friend in Io Sky of Damage Control. And speaking of Damage Control, we have 6-woman tag action later tonight, but right now in the ring, we're seeing Rhea Ripley absolutely dominate Becky Lynch. This is going to be a long night for Becky Lynch if this match keeps going the way it has been these last few minutes. The Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, is looking stronger than ever. Looking to pay homage to Eddie Guerrero. But that deep arm drag from Becky Lynch helps out Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch takes a bit of a fall from that too. But you can see, notice that Rhea Ripley is going right after that wrist. We don't know what condition Rhea Ripley's wrist is in, but let's take a look at this. Oh, the way she fell. Gnarly landing for Ripley. That wrist is heavily taped up. The damage is there. And Becky Lynch so far knows that. We've seen Becky Lynch go after it a few times during this match. As these two trade blows in the center of the ring, as you can see, WrestleMania Prime sponsor in the center of the ring. And now going after Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley continuing her control. Oh, Becky Lynch reversal. Tornado DDT. Plants Ripley right on her head. Goes to the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ripley, the champion, kicks out at 2. What a match we are seeing so far. I mean, what better way to kick off WrestleMania than two of the best to ever do it? The two of the best on the WWE roster today. Rhea Ripley, not where she wants to be now. Becky Lynch finding herself with some momentum and looking for that manhandle slam. Rhea Ripley with these back elbows to Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley sends Becky Lynch face first into that top turnbuckle. Now, Becky Lynch gets out of harm's way. Big boot to Rhea Ripley. And now, what in the world is Becky Lynch thinking? What a leg drop to Rhea Ripley, who was draped over the second rope by the ring apron. And now, there is champion's advantage, so the title can't change hands via disqualification or count out. So if these two get counted out right now on the outside of the ring, Rhea Ripley leaves WrestleMania 40 as the champion. Becky Lynch up at the top again, another leg drop. To the neck of the champ, 1, 2, and the champion kicks out at 2. What condition are either of these women in right now? These two have been going back and forth. Becky Lynch had a nerve struck when Rhea Ripley talked about Becky Lynch's daughter and saying how much of a disappointment Becky Lynch is to her daughter. And now Becky Lynch going after the injured wrist of Rhea Ripley. This is a brilliant strategy from the former 7-time women's champion. Looking for that disarmer. The disarmer would absolutely end this right now. But gets out of harm's way. Breaks free. Back elbow to Ripley. And Lynch, middle rope. Gets caught by Ripley. The power. There's that power of Rhea Ripley. Hoisting Lynch up on her shoulders. And plants Lynch. Face. Oh my God. What a knee right to the jaw. That's it. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Lynch. Tried to get back up to her feet, but ran right into a brutal knee from the champion. And Rhea Ripley thought that was it. And you can see that crazed look in the eyes as Rhea Ripley is starting to wonder what it's going to take to put away Becky Lynch at the Showcase of Immortals. Becky Lynch main evented WrestleMania 35. 5 years ago, Becky Lynch main evented WrestleMania. The first ever, part of the first ever women's match to main event WrestleMania alongside Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, with Becky Lynch winning that first ever women's main event, leaving WrestleMania 35 as the SmackDown and Raw Women's Champion, becoming the undisputed women's champion, the unified women's champion, going for a riptide. That would be it, but Becky Lynch gets up and over the shoulder. Look at this. Down goes Ripley, goes after the arm, but the arm was going for that armbar, but Ripley has her hands locked to prevent it from happening. Trying to block it for the moment. Has that armbar, center of the ring. Can Rhea Ripley find her way to the rope? This would be it. Can you imagine how devastating it would be for Ripley to end, for her reign to end via submission? Oh, look at the power of Rhea Ripley once again. Just slams Becky into the mat. But Becky still holds on. That willpower, the physical power versus the willpower of going at it. We're seeing a rampage now from Rhea Ripley to break free. Powerbomb 2. And Becky's still in this one. You can hear Ripley yelling what? She screamed what? What does she have to do to take down Becky Lynch? And it's 52 degrees here in Philadelphia. It feels like 48. But so far, it doesn't even feel like these two are missing a beat based on the temperature. It may feel a little bit cold. But these two are picking up the heat. This match on fire, giving it everything they've got. The stakes are high. They don't care what the weather is. They just need to be the top. They want to be at the top. They want to be the very best. Becky Lynch going after the arm again. pushing that arm away of Ripley. Great strategy throughout the match. Big boot from Ripley. Turns things around. Goes for the cover immediately. 1, 2. Becky Lynch kicks out at 2. Ripley a little bit frustrated, thinking she had Becky Lynch. What do you got to do? Becky Lynch has been here before. Not just opening the show, but main eventing, as I mentioned earlier. And now Rhea Ripley, boot to the midsection. Oh my God. Brutal chops back and forth in the center of the ring. These two are really handing it to each other. And a huge headbutt from Ripley stuns Lynch. But Becky moves out of harm's way. Ripley shoulder first into that ring post. But that's that same shoulder. That's that same arm. Oh no, using the rope for that disarmer, but got us to break it before the 5. And that's that bad wrist. Uses almost that full 5. Becky Lynch digging down deep, using the rules to her advantage. Ripley is down and out. Becky Lynch has an opportunity to capitalize as she is on the top turnbuckle with a leg drop, but gets caught by Ripley. Oh, no, 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 no. The prison trap. She's tapped out numerous WWE superstars with this move, retaining her championship. Now, Becky Lynch in the center of the ring, nowhere to go. This is it. Becky Lynch. How much does Becky Lynch have left? Will she be forced to tap out? Becky Lynch trying to claw to the bottom rope and out and stop. Oh, that's it. That's it. She's stuck. She's got nowhere to go. It's over. It's over. There's nothing the man can do now. She's stuck. Trying desperately to break free. Anything she can do to reverse the pressure. But it seems that the man, but rolls again. Has the shoulders. 1, 2. Rhea Ripley forced with left with no choice but to break the hold. But the damage has been done. Oh, what a roundhouse kick to Becky Lynch, who's stumbling. And now this is it. Riptide, and this is over. This one's over. Oh, but Becky Lynch. Oh, manhandle slam. Center of the ring. That's it. New Women's World Champion. 1, 2. Oh, but Rhea Ripley gets the shoulder up. And Becky Lynch thought she had it, but it was not enough to keep down Rhea Ripley. Let's look at this Riptide reversal. Manhandle slam from Becky Lynch. Great counter from the man, but it was only enough for a 2.5. It almost seems that Becky Lynch needed a little bit more power. She gave it everything she had, whatever she's had less than this match. She just needed a little bit more power, but after everything she's been through, it's understandable. After what's been done to her knees, it's hard to pick up your opponent after that prison trap. And now looking for that disarmer. The disarmer might close things out. Rhea Ripley was looking for a submission earlier on. Oh, Becky Lynch looking for that backslide cover. Ripley throws Becky Lynch over. Roundhouse kick. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Into a Riptide. Stacked up. 1, 2. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Becky Lynch just kicked out of a Riptide. First, she breaks out of the prison trap, and now a Riptide. Rhea Ripley looks like she's seen a ghost. Mommy connecting with that heavy-hitting Riptide. Stacked up Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch kicking out at 2, and it was not enough to keep down Rhea Ripley. How in the world did Becky Lynch kick out of that manhandle slam? What do you do now? You can't panic. And Rhea Ripley trying to fight through the pain. Rhea Ripley heading up to the top. Oh, but Becky Lynch capitalizing. Able to force Rhea Ripley to lose her balance right then and there. And now Becky Lynch climbing up to the top. But here comes Ripley fighting back at Lynch. Here we go, these two giving it everything they've got. And these two fighting. And now found a weakness in Ripley with that wrist. And now going for that thunderous superplex to turn things around. Oh, look at this. Look at this, into an armbar. Oh, no, into the disarmer. Center of the ring. Oh, for Rhea Ripley, this is devastating. Rhea Ripley may have to tap out in the center of the ring. Will Rhea tap out? Will Mommy tap out? Is she going to lose her championship by submission? But look at this. Rhea Ripley powering out. Look at the power of the Women's World Champion. And they both get dumped over. Oh, both women holding. And now going out. Oh, and an electric chair to Becky Lynch on the outside on the floor. But now Rhea Ripley is fired up. It seemed Becky Lynch had it. Now Rhea Ripley sends Becky Lynch back into the ring. And now Rhea Ripley is heading up to the top once more to end things once and for all. What in the world is going on in Rhea Ripley's mind? Frog Splash connects. 1, 2. Oh, but Lynch kicks out again. Where in the world is Becky Lynch finding this? Rhea Ripley's hitting Lynch with everything she's got. That was a picture-perfect frog splash from the champion. She got a lot of height on that one. Rhea Ripley trying to figure out what's the strategy. Where do you go from here? You've hit all of your biggest moves. You had the prison lock. You've hit her with a riptide. You just hit a frog splash. What is next? Becky Lynch has hit Rhea Ripley with a manhandle slam and had the... Oh. And now Rhea Ripley has quite the words to say to Becky Lynch. Rhea screaming at Becky. What is going on? She's saying it's time to give up, Becky. You've given it your best shot, but now it's over. Becky Lynch is going to take ridiculous power. Look at this. Maybe Rhea Ripley got a little bit overzealous there. No, I can see what's about to happen. If this connects, it's over. This one's over. Rhea Ripley breaks out of it. What a right to Lynch. And now, oh my God. Now with a riptide onto the turnbuckle. And now in the middle of the ring, this one's it. 1, 2, 3. And over here is the women's champion, winning it at last year's WrestleMania, retaining it at this year's WrestleMania, and your winner, and still the WWE Women's World Champion, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea Ripley is absolutely unstoppable as she holds that title high and proud. Rhea Ripley leaves WrestleMania 40 as the champion.